There comes a moment in life when you realize you've been holding on for far too long. Holding on to people, to pain, to the idea of what things should have been. You keep replaying these moments in your head, hoping that somehow they'll turn out differently the next time you remember them. But they never do. And the more you hold on, the more it hurts. Letting go doesn't start with some grand, dramatic gesture. It begins quietly, like the sound of your own breath when you finally exhale after holding it for too long. I learned this the hard way. For years, I kept chasing closure from people who never cared enough to give it. I thought if I just tried harder or explained myself better, the pieces would finally fall into place. But all I was doing was tying myself tighter to the very things I should have released long ago. Then one day, I just stopped fighting. Not because I stopped caring, but because I finally understood that peace and control cannot exist in the same space. You either cling to what's breaking you, or you open your hands and let it fall. I remember waking up and feeling utterly exhausted, not physically, but emotionally, spiritually. My heart felt heavy. My mind was just so noisy. I was tired of carrying memories that refused to grow with me. So, I decided to let them go. At first, it felt like loss. Like something inside me was being ripped away. I honestly didn't know who I'd be without the pain I'd been holding on to for so long. But as the days passed, something strange began to happen. The silence in my heart wasn't emptiness. It was space. Space for new thoughts, new people, new beginnings. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting that some chapters will never end the way you wanted them to. It means forgiving what broke you without ever needing an apology. It means choosing yourself, even when the past keeps calling you back. I remember walking through a park one evening. It was autumn, the leaves were falling, and the air had that faint smell of change. I stopped under a tree and just watched how easily the branches released each leaf. There was no hesitation, no struggle. They just let go, because it was time. And in that moment, I realized, maybe life is asking us to do the same, to stop clinging to what has already served its purpose. The tree doesn't mourn its leaves. It knows spring will come again. When you finally let go, you start to see things differently. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start wondering, what is this trying to teach me? You begin to notice how much lighter you feel when you stop forcing things to fit. You stop chasing people who keep walking away from you. You stop begging the universe to give you something that was never meant to stay. I used to think strength meant holding on no matter what. Now I know that real strength is learning when to stop. It's smiling through the uncertainty. It's saying, I wish you well, even when you were never given that same grace. And that is the shift no one talks about. How letting go doesn't just free what's gone, it frees you too. You stop waiting for apologies. You stop trying to prove your worth. You stop needing to be understood by people who are committed to misunderstanding you. When you finally let go, your world doesn't end. It begins. You start seeing beauty in the simplest things. The sunrise, the laughter of a stranger, the stillness of a quiet morning. You find joy in your own company. You no longer need someone else to make you feel whole. You realize that what you were chasing wasn't love or closure, it was peace. And that peace has always been inside you, just waiting for you to clear out the noise. Letting go isn't weakness. It's an act of profound faith. It's trusting that life knows better than your plans. It's believing that even if you don't understand the reason right now, someday you will. So if you're still holding on to someone, to regret, to pain, ask yourself, what are you truly afraid of losing? Most of the time, it's not the thing itself, but the version of ourselves we built around it. But that version was never meant to last forever. You've outgrown who you were. Now it's time to meet who you can become. When you do, when you truly release it, you'll wake up one day and realize the weight you were carrying was never yours to begin with. You'll feel lighter, freer, whole. That's when life begins to move again. That's when peace finally finds you. Because the moment you let go, you make room for everything real to finally stay. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe for more content. Take care.